share out real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right, we're live.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just speak for me.
Speak for me. Okay. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we got off to a late start. But as soon as me and Sky started talking, there were some people coming through on my maternal side that she had some messages, and she said, it's personal stuff, let's not go live. So then I had to call my mom, so it was like a big thing, which was awesome. So thank you so much, Sky, for
You're welcome, sweetheart,
for those messages. That was awesome, actually. So for the people that are watching, that are joining us, and hold on, I gotta share this video. This is my beautiful friend, soul sister. I call her. She's one of my soul sisters, for real.
My girl crush. Taryn's my girl crush. I send her love and light every day. She's my Twinkie running around.
Yeah, it's so ditto. It's like so same. I'm gonna share this to you, Sky.
Yes, let me get my phone.
So if you can just give a little, tell us Sky's story. Walk us through how we are where we are at this moment. How you got to where you are.
41 years of looking for my soul tribe and my family, and I found y'all. Yeah, so what it looks like. I just, this year, January of 2020, decided to professionally do this full time. I am an evidential psychic medium. I'm also a coach. I also teach spiritual teachings and lessons, classes of all sorts, spirit guide course, a protection course. I do a lot of different energy work. I work with the living and the dead. I work in a lot of different areas. I worked on missing persons cases, and, I've done a little bit of everything. But before, I got to this point in January of 2020, before I decided to go professionally, my whole life prior to has led me in this direction, formally, informally, and with my personal experiences, to get me to be able to help and heal people the way that I do. I am a military veteran. I went in there at 28 years old.
Thank you for your service. I am your hero.
I appreciate that. In my own way, I guess, but I see them as my hero, and that was my way of giving back. And I think after 9/11, the switch threw, and I had a near-death experience in 2006, or 2007, excuse me. And it was the loss of my dad's father, my grandfather, Anthony. I ended up into a spiral and was drinking by noon. I grew up with a family of alcoholics, and I had never done this, never been this way, but I was grief-stricken. And during that, I'm going to go and rewind, I guess, a little bit with the timeline. Or we'd be here forever. But anyway, this happened, and I had a near-death experience with drugs and alcohol. Mm-hmm. And I woke up 3 days later, didn't know, what happened other than my experience that I had. And when I awoken, I knew what I had to do. And I've had several prior, several after, several before. I write about this. My book will be launched January 2021. I tried to get it out 2020, but I'm finessing some things right now. But I explain all of my scenarios, the things that I've done, and what has brought me kind of to this path. And that's just one example. Like, I had that near-death experience. I knew I wanted to join to be able to get back, but also I have, a family history of militants, and this is nothing new. My grandfather was a sergeant with, in World War II. His brother was a colonel, and he went to West Point. I had a couple of them, his siblings, that went to West Point. His sister was an Army nurse. It's just in my family. It was just something natural, and I ended up in a leadership position pretty much in anything that I did. So I ended up going in, and within the first year, I got scouted out to be an active duty recruiter by the top people of the state of Pennsylvania. And I had that opportunity given to me from the work that I did, because I went out on my own to recruit, to help educate people in the community. And I went to schools and I worked with people in career development and placement, and I tested them and I talked to them. I got to know them. I got to know what their dreams and their wants were. And this is something I've always done. I've always used my gifts in my field of work, and I've always done readings. But I've done it in such a way that it matched what I was learning and evolving, throughout my time. And a lot of mediums do this. I've never charged until this year. So all this time and all them years, I developed. I'm a natural born medium. I was born with these gifts. I was always looking for answers in those places. I went to church. I went to different churches. I was young. I could see spirit, hear spirit when I was, an infant. I remember early memories.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I got traumatized, until the fear came in. The fear came in and those people started changing. Then I started seeing lower energies. I got abused, I was sexually abused at a young age by a family member. And this is when the pureness of me sitting with you, Taryn, I could see them like you and I. And I could always see that. But then the lower energies came and they would stand, they would be dark, shadowy, in their death state, looking like a mess. And they would be silenced. They wouldn't talk. So then it creeped me out. And here I am running for my light switch, getting the covers pulled off of me, the monsters under the bed, shit.
Yeah, for sure.
We go through, but it's also a learning experience to understand that this is what you came to learn, and this is how it's being presented. But we don't learn this until it all unfolds. It's always learning, you know.
For sure. And that was what I was going to say first of all, that's probably one of the reasons why I feel so connected with you, is because I'm such a patriotic person. And I've never served, but I have family that have served. And to me, that is like probably the most selfless thing anybody on this earth could do. And so the flag means everything to me, and people that have served. So that's probably why I feel very connected to you, because, to me, that's something.
And it goes along with that collective community, that collective oneness. We have firefighters, we got the front lines people, like we're all the nurses, the doctors. It doesn't matter what you do and what job you do. If you have your values, your morals, and your beliefs in check, and there is your true purpose and what your likes and what your things that are important to you, like that's how we honor ourselves. Then also how we serve others. So we align with what we want to mirror. And that's how we kind of find a path. That's kind of how we learn to develop through our own shit that we go through. Life's hard, guys.
Oh yeah.
If I sat here and said I'm perfect, I'd be a freaking liar. I'm not. I've made the biggest mistakes. I've done the biggest uh-ohs. Like, I am not perfect by any means, but I will say this, my heart is there, and my passion and my love for healing and helping others has always been there. And a prime example, and I'm just bringing this to light because think about what you guys have done when you were younger. I sat down and I wrote a timeline out when I started writing my book, Taryn. I want to share this because this is really important. We don't give ourselves the credit. All we look at, if we write the pros and cons down, this is something I've done and worked with like during my counseling career and also with helping families as a case manager. But what I learned in school, in college when I went, there was one teacher that showed me this. And she's like, I want you to sit down and I want you to write this out. And this is why. So you write your pros and cons down. What are the things that have traumatized you, the things that you've lost and the grief that you've went through on one side? And then two, what's the other thing for the cons, the negative or the achievements, so cons and pros, whatever. So what is your accomplishments and your achievements? What have you done that made you happy and made you proud of being who you are? We look at the shittiest scenarios, the shittiest stuff. And when I looked at everything, I had so many more accomplishments, achievements, happy moments, my children being born, graduating school, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your path. It's your life. If you focus on your personal goals and yourself first while you're going through the crap of life, I promise that you'll see. I want you to see the good things that you do versus the bad things, because we're not perfect. We're here to learn, grow, and evolve. And if you can't fix your shit, then that's you. That's on you. If it shows up, just be there and be like, okay, well, why am I feeling this way? Why is this person making me feel this type of way? And I like to explain it because we don't understand why we have a conflict. And it makes sense. But going back to the accomplishments and the little things when we're younger, for an example, I didn't realize what I did. I loved roller skating, but what I did was I ended up going into a marathon for the Ronald McDonald House, and I was 7 or 8 years old. I raised the most money for the children's hospital. I did 24 hours on my feet. My toenails came off. They bled. I cried. I wanted to quit and give up, and I didn't because I was doing it for them. I was the youngest one. I got an award. I was in the newspaper. I mean, I never thought about it until I started writing the book in June. I'm like, I forgot about that. I have the trophy, I have the paper clipping, and I'll have to post all this so I can show you. It's just an example of how much we don't give ourselves credit. We're not going to fix ourselves by ourselves. Other people come into our path to wake us and shake us up. And I do that. I just wake people up. I help you remember.
Yeah. So you just made me remember something.
Yeah.
You did. So when I was in 3rd grade, I won the turkey trot. And it was this race. And it was up the like 3 grades. And I won that shit. And I won a turkey.
See?
And I was like, I can't believe I beat there was a grade ahead of me and a grade under me. And I beat the grade, came in 1st place, and I won a turkey.
And look, you didn't give yourself credit, but remember how happy it made you feel? Because you identified it.
I thought I was cool. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And fast.
Yeah. I love that.
Now I hate running. But now I hate running.
It's okay. And it goes just to that, like track and field.
Yeah.
I'm trying to share this and get in the comments and I can't. What the heck?
What?
I'm in our feed.
Yeah.
And it's not giving me oh, there it is. I couldn't see the dots.
So
it's not letting me comment, you guys.
Why?
I don't know. Look, seriously, I went to the dots at the top and it's not giving me an option to comment. It just says share at the bottom.
Turn your volume down on it.
I did.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Bill,
can you see the comments and what people are saying? Let's catch up with people for a second.
I should make that as my I should make that as what's that thing on Facebook where you can put your quote or whatever? I should make that a turkey trot.
Turkey trot. Taryn won that shit. Taryn, you gotta do it.
Oh, I love it. So, all right, here we go. I'll go up and let me give you some love here.
My allergies are bad. Sorry, guys.
Bill Davis says, Sapman, Greg O'Brien. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Al. Hello.
Hi, Al. Al, we love you. I hope you're feeling better. There's my husband.
Oh, is it?
That's my husband.
Hello. And then let me see. I think that was when we first went because everybody was saying they could, and then we got on.
Catawissa proud. My husband and I go to Catawissa to race.
All right, so here we go. Donna Biddle. Tom Nelly.
Hi, Tom.
So, and this is when we were talking about the Soul Sisters.
Yeah.
And,
Shane is another one. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a friend of mine. He works at Penhurst. So.
Oh, Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas. I know who Nicholas is. I saw his pictures.
Yeah. A lot of people are thanking you for your service.
Oh.
Matt says, hey.
That's my brother from another mother. That's our team people we work with and collaborate with.
Oh my God.
I give SRS a shout out. Al James. Taryn helped me with everybody. Rhonda. Christina Owen.
Yeah.
And you know what?
SRS Paranormal. I love well, they know I love them, and it's weird because when when you do an investigation, and I'm sure you know this, even if you do deal more with the medium side of things, you know what I mean? Because I tend to feel like mediums really don't do a lot of investigations. Am I right?
I do everything. I'm a psychic
Yeah.
detective, so I do investigations.
Yeah, true. That's cool. Well,
Hmm.
they parallel each other for sure.
It all intertwines and it all works in all life areas as well as our passions and the things that we do. And I was teaching a class last night in my intuitive development psychic and mediumship group, and I have there's some listeners on here that are actually in that. Um, there's a lot that intertwines, and you know what? We all bring our own special skill set. We're all empaths that are in this field in one way or the other, and that's what you need to understand. We all work differently, and we all receive information differently. Just because I have a label calling myself a medium does not mean that somebody else is not able to connect and be mediumistic. And Matthew knows exactly what I'm talking about, Sorgi from SRS, because, you know, what it is having the trust, the belief of your confidence in what you're getting and how you're getting it. It's then understanding how to decipher and defer what you're getting in your body, if it would be your 5 clairs, whatever. Like, I'm always about teaching. I'm trying to get the next 10-year generation behind us ready. They need to take over when we're done. I'm getting old. My ass is tired. 41 years of this shit. And I love it. And I'll do it until the day I die. I'll never stop learning. We are all equals here.
But you know what though? I feel like
that
we're I feel like we're like a dying breed. I feel like the generation behind us, like really there's no interest in anything other than tech, like mainstream media and video games and you know what I mean? Like there's no
we're
real
setting the pace for them, sweetheart.
yeah, well,
We're setting the pace for them. My kids can't even help me with the tech stuff, and this is their generation,
right.
right? They're like, Mom, how do I do this? Mom, how do I do that? I wing it most of the time. I try my best, but I'll tell you, it's just a different time. You're right. And we are watching what's going on in the world right now. And with that being said, everything's going to break down and collapse as we know it. And I'm talking about businesses. I'm talking about networking. The TV is going to be a thing. Like cable is going to be a thing of the past. We
Yeah,
are Hulu. We are Netflix. We are HBO going to Netflix. This is what I'm saying. Like we're going to be in the midst of this transition, and we're just all trying to adjust, and it's very overwhelming.
yeah, but
As
I'm not like that. I'm I'm too free spirited to be so confined and
yeah,
told what to do.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
can't do
we're
that.
not going to conform, right? We can't. Because you're meant to be a leader and set your pace and speak your truth, and through that you're educating and evolving, and then you're helping your family, and then others, and that's the way it goes. It's that ripple effect, right?
For sure. Yeah. And somebody brought up my new kids on too. Don't make these are my boys. I mean, ride to die with these guys. I am a blockhead.
Taryn, oh my gosh, only Taryn. Tell him laugh my ass off. I'm the only person probably that didn't have the bedroom set. I like their songs, like
I
a few
had
of
the
them.
bedroom.
I couldn't.
I had
I
everything.
loved them in my own way, but they weren't like, that was the thing in our day.
I'm still obsessed. Still.
How'd you like Jordan on Flavor of Love? That was pretty fucking funny.
That was funny. That was
That
funny.
was interesting.
But I will they since they've been coming around again, 2008, I've been go to a concert every year, try to go to 2 or more. I love
They're
them.
great together. They have a really good energy together. And I think individually, like their energies, you get something different from everyone. And that's a perfect example of working with different mediums, working with different paranormal groups. We're going to use magic. Listen to me. We're going to use
SRS is a huge, great example.
Yes. And the music, like separating all of them. Yes, they're there doing what they're supposed to do for this time. But we're no different. We're just in a different area at that time, doing
Right.
the paranormal scene, not the music scene.
Exactly.
It all works the same. It's interesting when you think about it, huh?
It's so cool.
I'm sitting here like picking my nose on live air. Hey guys, I'm Sky Raye. I got to pick my boogers.
I can't.
I love you guys.
I love you. Like, I just want to move. Can I move in with you? Just,
Yeah,
I mean,
you can come hang. We'll do our thing, girl.
So let me see. Oh, people were just kind of, saying, great show. We love both you guys. SRS is, giving us some shout outs.
Bring Matthew in. Bring Matthew in, Terrence.
Matt and
bring him
Al,
in.
you want to come?
Yeah, bring them in.
How about I just post the link right here? Hold on.
Yeah, post the link to bring them in.
I'm gonna post the link in the comments. Matt and Al.
And then we'll get some fiery engine starters.
Yes, the one time Al came on, he was at work. So he was at the fire station. I was like, "This is cool." I thought it was so cool.
Yeah. Sure. See, this is what an opportunity comes, guys. You jump on it. Don't run from it. Jump. Matthew's like, "Hell yeah, my girls are on here. Let's go. This is our team. We all work together." I love talking to new people, meeting new people. I love to hear people's stories. I love to hear the backgrounds and how much we are all so alike. Like, we're different. We have our different experiences, yes. But honestly,
you know what I love about you? Another thing. That's all I keep saying. I probably could tell you like 1,000 things, but the other thing I love about you is you can color your hair any color and you just look gorgeous.
Thank you. You could too.
Nah.
Yes.
Here's Matt.
There's Matt.
Fuzzy.
Can you hear me now? My thing's not working there. Can you hear me?
You're all right. Yeah. We thought we'd throw you into the mix. We like to surprise people.
I'm having mic issue. Stand by.
You can't hear me?
That was me. It was my phone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
We hear you.
I don't know. I think I need a new whatever you call these things. They're a mess. I was trying to use them earlier today and it wasn't working. Hey guys.
Well, tell Santa to bring you some.
I need to. What's going on, ladies?
How are you?
Wanted to say hi.
Hi. Well, I'm glad to jump on here with you guys. You guys both rock. Both love y'all. Love the
we love you.
We love you. We love SRS.
Love working with Taryn. Love working with Sky. And I got to say, I'm actually in Sky's current class, and it's amazing. So anybody that's watching this that wants to start understanding what abilities they may have or working through those things and trying to understand it better, you need to get in Sky's classes. They're phenomenal.
Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. All I do is help you sharpen your tools in your shed that you already use. You naturally use abilities that you don't even know you use them because you're so natural at it. That's it. Matthew had aha moments last night.
I remember the first time I met Matt, right? So we always talk about, you investigate with people you know and you trust and da. Well, here we are, and we never met them. They never met us. We at first were like, okay, but we quickly just loved each other. It was like we just fell in love with each other.
Yeah, we did. What's meant to be will be. It will be. The path has already been laid for us. We just got to follow. Damn it, Al. I'm coughing as soon as you jumped on. Damn it, Al. We love you and we miss you, Al.
Oh, I can hear now. I couldn't hear.
Where'd he go?
I scared him away.
This is life with Al, right?
There he is. Smile.
Hey, Taryn, I want to piggyback on something that you said. That's so true. You connect with people, and sometimes it's instant, and sometimes it's a developed thing. But when we met you, it was instant. It was an instant connection with you. Can't wait to get a chance to investigate with you again.
I want to come down there. I do.
But we got to make it happen.
Yes.
Taryn, you can come. Taryn, you're close to me. We can travel together now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But it was an instant connection with Sky too. It was the same way. So I
Oh
just
yeah.
think it's, when you have soul groups of people, you make those connections, and it's deeper than just a casual connection. And
Yeah.
it's an honor to get to work with people as talented as both of you. So
Oh,
Thank
samesies.
you. Touche.
Yeah.
Touche, my friends.
Yeah.
I love working with
Seriously.
people. I love to see what other people bring because it's something I don't bring. We're all different. We're all special in our own way, and that's what I love about it. I love to connect. I love to work with different types of people, but you got to be open. You got to be open to learning somebody and being communicative if you don't know them before you assume or misunderstand them, or, actions always speak louder than words. And when, you get an opportunity like all of us have gotten to connect on a deeper level, you take advantage of that, and you do right by people. You don't do people wrong. I mean, sometimes mistakes and miscommunications happen, but that's how you work through it. That's being an adult. That's honoring yourself and honoring your higher self and the other person. um, Things happen, and you know what, I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay, because I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here to do what I need to do for my healing work, to help others, and also to help myself first. Because if I can't do that for myself first, how am I going to give from that cup that's overfilling? Right? I have to allow the flow to naturally happen, and that's okay too. And it doesn't mean I don't take things personally. I don't care if people like do me dirty or whatever, because I understand that their walls are up because they've been traumatized by other people. So they're sometimes going to assume things. And that's, just something that they have to work out. We all go through it. We all have triggers.
Yeah.
So it's nice when you have a genuine connection, like you were saying. Yes.
For sure. It's funny because for me, I think I have my people. My people get me and they understand me, and you guys are part of that people pack that I have,
Yeah.
right? I am a very honest person, and then I'm outspoken, and I also stick up for myself. So that in turn can sometimes piss people off. They don't like when people are honest or stick up for themselves, or so sometimes that could be misconstrued. So there are some people out there that, how you said, you might not be everybody's cup of tea. And it's
Right.
true. I mean, I'm sure I have
And
people.
I don't have any issues with anybody, and we don't, but that's for
I
ourselves
know.
to fix,
Well,
right?
maybe one or
We
two, but
can't fix it for anybody. We can't make them make them like us. We can't make anybody do anything. You got your own free will. We all do. It's
mhm.
we
what you do with it that matters.
actually, ironically, Scott and I were talking about this very thing today about, as long as you speak your truth and you're true to yourself, the rest is really irrelevant. It's other people's problem. That's their shit to deal with. So they
Yeah.
just either have to come to terms with it, and we can't make them. So all we can do is give them lessons and give them the help that we can, and be true to who and what we are, and it will be what it will be, right?
Yeah. And that's all you can do. Just be loving and willing to be there with your hand out. But
You
don't
know
do
what's
people
funny
wrong.
too? You know what's funny too let's just take like our world, like the paranormal world, right? Because people get their feelings hurt real easily in this
Mm.
field for some reason. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, 'cause people get butt hurt over the stupidest shit. You know what I mean? No pun intended. I'm just saying, right? So, so you just take this for example. Like I forget where I was.
We're raving and ranting. We gotta let this shit out. We're being communicative. I love it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think what hurts the paranormal is the biggest thing to me is egos. I think
Yeah.
people get so absorbed in they've got to be right. Their methods have to be the only methods, and everybody else is full of shit. And you got to prove yourself. I kind of look at it a little differently. I let people do their thing, and if I jive with them, great. If I don't, then see you. I just think egos is what is really dragging our whole community down. I don't see how we evolve and how we move forward if we don't suspend the egos.
Yeah, but you
Just
know
my
what though? It's so like for myself, I don't do this because I want to get paid or go somewhere or be on TV. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? I do this because I have a passion for this subject, for what
sure.
I do, for investigating and all that stuff, right? It's a passion of mine. So I have no I don't care what anybody else, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what anybody's doing or who knows who and, whatever.
Right.
So for me,
You have your own specific path.
I'm just like, hey, it's all about your connections and, this and that. I mean, for the most part, I was just saying this on my last show. I had Kenny Biddle on Sunday, and we were talking about it, and I said, for the most part, everybody that I've asked to come on the brew has been like, yes, when, let's do this, like so awesome. And I'm not gonna name the name, but I asked somebody to come on, right, who maybe was on a TV show at one point, and now is kind of like whatever. But he was like, I'll put you in touch with my agent and she'll let you know how much I charge an hour and da da da. And I'm just like, really?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Like,
that's the thing, Taryn. People don't understand. When I go and I do these investigations and I meet up with people, I use my own money. This is my passion.
Yeah.
Like, I donate a lot of time and hours, usually when I'm on the road, and Matthew and Al know this from watching me work. I'm constantly with emergency cases while I'm on the road because that's what I do in between working on the cases with the team. But then also I end up interjecting somewhere and end up in crazy scenarios where I'm getting called or I'm just booked out and I don't sleep. I usually don't sleep when I'm on road trips for days at a time.
like,
But
I understand. Yeah, like, if this is like, you're what's putting the bread and butter on the table, you know what I mean? And as long as you stay humble about it, it's all good. And there's people that forget where they came from.
That's
Yeah.
yes.
You forget that at some point not you personally, but like that person.
Right.
And
and everybody has their own story and you don't know their story. That's like, people think I'm like rich. I'm not rich. I'm rich in life. Yes. I get to do what I love to do because I'm blessed that way. That doesn't mean I have everything. I have everything I need. I don't desire or want anything that I don't already have, but that's how you bring things that you love to you. That's that law of attraction thing. And if you're pure and truthful with your intentions and your path and honest with yourself, which that's very fucking hard to do, to be honest with yourself, to live your true purpose, to live what makes you happy, heaven on earth. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
You have to understand I sacrifice a lot of time from my family to help a lot of people.
Sure.
There is a sacrifice. This is not for everybody.
For sure. Yep. Absolutely.
Just like me going into the military. I took
and like for me, I look at it like, it's even if because like I presented it to the person like, look, you don't have to give me a whole hour. We could be a half hour. You know what I mean? Like, because I know you're busy. And he's like, yeah, I'll let you know how much it costs. And I'm like, really? Like, it was just disappointing. Like, I understand, like I said, I totally get it when people are getting paid to do this and for a living, and it's what's putting the bread and butter on the table, and that's it. That's all you do. You know what I mean? So, but
you can't. You also can't.
StreamYard video for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You
can't forget where you come from.
No.
I think the bigger thing too, every topic that we were just all kind of talking about right there comes back to intent, right? I mean, everything is intent. So if your intent is to help people and live a life of service and do those things, it may be serving in the military, it may be riding a fire truck, it may be working in healthcare like Taryn does. It could be whatever that calling is. It could be mediumship, it could be healing, it could be whatever that is. If it's investigating, the intent that you bring into the scenario is everything. So that kind of goes back to the ego thing too. If your intent is self-serving, then that's what you're going to get in return. And I always feel that the people that do that ultimately will either plateau where they are or never get any further. Those of us that continue to elevate and evolve is because our intentions are pure and where our intent is in the right place. And I know the four people on this screen right now all share that same vision.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're no different. We just have labels. That's all. We have human labels. That's the only thing that separates us. And that gets confused with competition, jealousy. There's nobody's the same snowflake, guys. Like,
That's right.
there's no reason to be like that. It's just nuts to me. I've never seen anything so awful in my life since I've been out on the road this year, but also the energy that we're riding out on. It's messing people up. We've got to come from love, from the heart center. Like, you got to just check yourself. I get fucking crazy in the head too sometimes. I got to sit back and be like, whoa, am I feeling the world? Yeah, I'm feeling the world. I got to put myself in check. Yeah, I get uneasy. We're human.
For sure.
It's how you go about it.
Yeah. I felt like I saw something on here where somebody's sharing a location.
By Doug Schultz. Cabin on 360. It's in Virginia.
I've heard of that.
That's what you can email any of us. Email any of us. We'll end up. Actually, if I could, Matthew, can you put our links in, or Taryn, can you put our links in? One of our emails or something, and they can get a hold of us. Maybe we'll come together later and check it out.
You can share that to all of us. You got all of us on contacts. So
yeah.
If they'll send it to you, just share it with us. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually heard of Cabin on 360. I'm trying. I feel
like I have too. I feel like I've heard of it too.
I feel like Rhonda may have been there from our team. I'll have to ask her.
That was investigated there, I'm thinking. Look at my tiger. Where am I going? He's a big boy. See that? Look at that big beast.
Yeah. I got this little guy with me.
Oh my God, I just choked. He's like, I'm tired of this. I need my human. Just rub me, Mom.
He won't leave my side though. I mean, he has to be near me at all times.
I love it. He's your coworker. He's your helper and healer.
Yeah.
Now I see Terrence drinking wine and I'm sitting here drinking water. I'm feeling like I picked the wrong beverage.
Yeah. Water.
Yeah.
We were a little late coming on. Me and Taryn had to go into a 3-way call with her mom because I started picking Taryn and her mom's energy up for their loved ones. So we were in a nice healing moment, and some messages were given, and it was a nice beginning. I wish I had wine, but my stomach just couldn't handle it. I so could go for a glass of wine right now.
Well, that's my fault, and I'm sorry.
Let me just get in your energy and feel what you're feeling right now.
Yeah. She's like, my stomach all day. I'm like, yeah, it's me.
Well, tell him. You can tell him what you want. Taryn's like, I ain't going there.
Here.
Yeah, I told her we were having Hi, Brandy. Oh, Al, you got a new place. Look, the Academy in Elizabethtown. Elizabeth's coming up a lot today, too.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Elizabethtown? There's a lot of places up there, I think.
Yeah, Brandy, she's in Kentucky.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, what part of Kentucky?
I just want moonshine. I want real moonshine.
Now, we can help you with that.
Yeah, all you got to do is come.
Yes. I don't care what flavor. I don't care what flavor it is. I would prefer.
We'll pop it in the snow when the snow's high, and you go outside and you just keep chugging it on your way in and out the door. And then you discover that you're going in and out the cold a lot more because you're warming up from the white lightning.
Absolutely.
Matt and Al's gonna be like, we're at Trans Allegheny. Where's Taryn at? And I'm like, I can't investigate, guys.
I'm gonna be by the fire, and this is it. I'm good to go.
Watching me outside, and you guys know if anything happens.
I'm holding the fort.
We need to do Trans Allegheny.
Yes, we do.
That's a bucket list.
And we keep threatening to get back together and do something, but 2020 has lasted for 10 years. So
we have some plans for 2021, but we're not sharing a whole lot.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Well,
but there's going to be
phenomenology is in February, and we're worried that that's going to get pushed back.
Yeah, we're riding it.
I'm just ready for this decade-long 2020 to finally come to a close. I think everybody is. I think everybody's had enough.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
saw the worst meme today ever. It said, "What if 2020 is a trailer for 2021?" And I thought that's some seriously bad mojo. That is horrible energy.
I
Yeah.
said,
Bad.
I am not going to say, because in 2019, I was like, this was the worst year ever. I can't wait for next year. And 2020 was like, hold my beer, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. We were
I was like,
hashtagging everything happening 2020. That was a mistake. In
I was like,
hindsight,
I'm
that
not
was
Right?
going to
horrible.
say it this year. I'm going to be like,
We didn't know
2020
what
was
the
the
hell was
best
coming
year
for us.
ever. So that 2021 goes, hold my beer, bitch.
I love it. It's all right, guys. We'll get through it. It's all right. We're going to ride the wave, and what happens is going to happen, and we'll all be fine.
Oh,
We're going to ride
hello.
it out.
Hello from Texas.
Hi, Kathleen. Yep, she's in one of my classes, too. I love Kathleen. She's a great medium.
What is a bucket? Well, I don't even know if yeah.
Bucket list?
Huh?
What?
I was gonna say, like, because people are bringing up a lot of locations.
Yeah.
Waverly
Yeah,
Hills is
Waverly.
another one. That's another one on my list for
So
sure.
I guess,
I like to go
yeah,
anywhere
you guys
haunted. I
can
don't care.
email any of us if you want us to come out and do an event at any of your locations near you. Let us know. We can make it happen.
Oh yeah,
This is
sure.
what we do.
Oh
That
look,
might be. Hey, that might
somebody
be a good
likes my
excuse to get all of us together again.
Lindy, I almost spit my wine out. Hold my beer.
hashtag.
Hashtag hold my beer. Taryn.
Yeah. Oh, of course, Greg.
You know my favorite, Greg.
Fort Mifflin.
You know, I would have loved to have went there
You went,
this
Fort
didn't
year
you?
Mifflin's awesome.
before it got, with all the COVID stuff.
I'm gonna tell you.
I saw like remote viewing and the things that everybody. Taryn, you were there with the pictures, and I was talking to you when you posted them,
Oh
and I
yeah,
was linking in. I was like, "Damn, I wish I was there with you right now."
yeah. Fort Mifflin's really cool. Like the history alone, like what you're standing on, is
Yes,
like just. I mean, every single war was there. I
yes,
mean, from Revolutionary to
yes.
Civil War. I mean, like every war, everything was there.
The honor to be there.
So for me, I when I'm there, it's more the patriot. The
Mhm.
patriot, like just the like I just feel like
Patriotism.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
yes,
Really
United
connecting
States.
with that whole
I
history.
love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
And I think that's something that unfortunately you was kind of talking about some of the things that are kind of, and I don't want to be negative, but some of the things that are changed or different in the paranormal last few years. Sometimes I think the history gets lost. I think people
Right.
forget the importance of that. They get so worried about an experience that they lose the bigger story. And that's something that I think is really important as researchers, as mediums, as whatever the case, whatever label you assign. Understanding that
Yeah,
history
it's
and that
important to get
story
the
is critical.
validation. You're right.
Yes. So,
Because the
Absolutely. And that's
history is
why
what made it what it is.
and I wish more historical societies and stuff like that were more. I mean, there are a lot that are open to it, but I wish they all were because honestly, like when you think about like a lot of the events that like the Brew's done, I'm sure SRS has done, like, for us, we never made one single penny off of anytime we did an event, it went 1000% to the building or the property,
Yes.
and I just think that we're in this together. We have the
yeah.
same end goal. You want to, you're respecting history and
And one of the things I think
keeping
that,
it alive, basically the same way,
Right.
yeah. And for us,
Very good point.
one of the things that we do with the public events is, or one of the benefits that we've seen from it is two things. The people that we expose to the site are there for the paranormal, but they end up learning the history and taking an appreciation for a place that they had never visited before. So it opens a new audience to those historic sites. The other thing it does, and what we have seen where it really helps these sites is, I'll give you an example. We have a place called the Old Dairy that we've done for the last 2 years. And when we do the Old Dairy Inn, in the 2 or 3 nights that we host Publix, we gain more money for them than they get budgeted for the entire year. So
That's
3 nights,
awesome. I
we're
love
bringing
that.
that much more money to them. So that's and despite that, we still have
And
some
it's an
other,
energy exchange because they're
exactly.
opening it to you guys
Yeah.
and us to do this, but we're
Yeah.
helping their business and their community and
Right.
helping the historical part of it. We need to
Absolutely.
keep our history. It's
Yeah.
important. They want to erase it. They want to rip it down. No, it shouldn't be that way.
No.
This
Well,
is a
if
stamp in
we erase
history.
our history, we're doomed to repeat it, and that's the
Exactly.
dangerous thing there.
Yes.
But kind of
And I agree with that.
where I was kind of going with that, Taryn, real quick, was that, despite the fact that we've had such success with some of these historical sites, we still have some local sites that still will not allow us to even come in there and see if it's active and offer them something that can really help them. And they're struggling to keep the doors open. They still have this.
They think it's
stigma.
taboo. They think it's
Yeah,
taboo. And they think
exactly.
it's going to scare people away, but they don't
Right.
realize, and I don't understand why that is. I mean, because now the paranormal stuff, is so mainstream anymore. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I do say that because TV is just,
It's a
it's
double-edged
entertainment.
sword. We've talked
Yeah.
about this a lot on our show. It's a double-edged sword. It really is. It's exposed a lot of people to it and made it mainstream, but it's also the reason we have demons on every corner, right? And we could harp on that topic for 3 hours if we wanted to,
Right.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize.
Which is why, going back to like when, is talking about like what you're in this for, that leads me into it. And I've said this so many times on so many shows, you know what I mean? The reason I started doing this is because of the TV shows. Like I wanted people who really were maybe enthusiasts and like curious to be educated by the people I would bring on.
Right.
And, and know that not everything is a demon. Not everything is, you know what I mean? Like what you see on TV.
That's rare.
Entertainment, so
You're right.
because when you think about, you have a 14-year-old kid watching these shows and you got some person running around a cemetery saying, "Oh, throw something at me," and they're like, "Oh, that's what we're supposed to do," because now they're looking up to this person.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, and I mean, I'll be honest, I was one of those idiots. I was running around the cemetery. I had no idea what I was doing. You know what I mean? And because I saw stuff on TV and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do, And fortunately,
though, Taryn,
unfortunately, it was Ghost Hunters, the first original Ghost Hunters crew. So it was not what it is now, where it's throw stuff at me and kill me, and I want to kill Zach, and there was a demon everywhere. Like,
I think unfortunately it's kind of a progression too. I think a lot of people get into this for either they have an experience like myself, or it's that they see this and they want to go out and try it. And it's a progression. We all start out in a thrill-seeking mode. We all want to have these experiences. But somewhere a switch throws and you evolve to, I'm going to really take this serious. I'm going to learn. I'm going to get educated. I'm going to study other cultures. I'm going to study other belief systems. I'm going to learn everything that I can to understand what we encounter. And that's when you become a researcher. And that's, I think, the defining line between the thrill seekers that are just looking for, likes on Facebook and YouTube, and the people that are really trying to understand this phenomena. And I can say for myself, in nearly 16 years, literally hundreds of investigations all over the country, I have more questions today than I legitimately have answers.
right.
And I think that's the process. That's the journey, right? That's what keeps
1,000%. And that's where I'm at. I'm at that researcher stage. You know what I mean? To me, that's why that's why I want to talk to so many different people. Like I want to understand all aspects of, like, because for me, I don't believe in the crypto stuff. I don't believe in the Jersey Devil. I don't believe in it. But if Al said to me, well, I saw the Loch Ness Monster, I believe in the Loch Ness Monster, I would believe that Al believed he experienced that,
he
right?
He certainly had an experience, right? Yeah.
But like, for me, I would have to see it.
It's okay because you're a skeptic and you're comfortable with what you're comfortable with. And that's okay too. We like that. We have to come from a skeptical side to investigate. We have
And-
to.
Yeah, and I
appreciate that.
I can believe in ghosts because I feel like I've had so many experiences, and so
right?
many, stuff that I can't explain. And is that because that's what I'm seeking and I'm researching? Like if I were to put all my energy into looking for a UFO, would I finally see one?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
It's just your interest, sweetie. Whatever your interests are is where you're going to key in, and that's okay.
I am interested in the galaxy stuff, but only because I love meteor showers and I love solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, and shit like that. Like I love when cool shit happens in the sky.
Yeah, I'm with you on the crypto stuff. I've not had any experiences that lead me to believe that exists, but I can't say that it don't. But then again,
Right.
I also charge my rocks in the moonlight. So I mean, hell, who am I to throw rocks at other people, right? And I talk to the dark
I do the same
for
thing.
hours on end, right? So who am I to criticize?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't criticize anybody for. Listen.
Oh, I know you don't. I was
From
just
where I've
speaking
come
for me.
from to where I am now, there's no way I couldn't judge a single soul on this planet.
Exactly.
Right?
I wasn't saying, Karen, I wasn't saying you were. I was just.
I know.
For me,
I love you guys. Good conversations. Al, you're quiet.
Yeah.
What's up, Al?
I'm taking it all
He's
in.
laughing.
I'm just
I
listening.
love you, Al.
Well, we love you too.
Yeah, we keep on saying, oh, we gotta get together. We got together. Hold on, let me see some of these comments.
Sorry, guys, I can't see anything or even get on it on my phone. I'll get back to you. I'll rewatch it and go through it.
Oh yeah, Linda, I agree. Not everything is. I think she's when we were talking about like the demon stuff. I know it definitely. I mean, yeah, with it, you can't have a yin without a yang. You can't have good without bad. You can't have happy without sad.
You can't have light without darkness. That's
right.
My title's something like that. I will be sharing this week what my title is, and I will have the pre-ordered book, signed book orders, and a page for that soon too. So that's coming. And I teach about all this, and I talk about all this in my book. So yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's awesome. That is awesome.
There's a part 1 and a part 2. The part 1, I have personal stories, and then I have client stories, and then I share some teachings, energy work, boundaries, do some meditations that are going to be for free. That is in a bundle for the Audible for a free gift. And then that's the light. And then the dark part is the part 2, where I actually talk about my personal experience with the negative and the darker stuff that I dealt with for 16 years. So it's not my memoir, guys. And I'm trying to keep it light.
Yeah, well, I only dealt with that once, and that was while I was sleeping, and I'm good. I'm like,
yeah.
I want to look for Casper.
I got you. I know.
When I was with my group, we had, when I was with the group, I'm not going to mention, we had a big group where there's probably 30 of us. There was like 15, maybe 10 to 15 that were on the special response team that would go out, and I was co-director at some point. So all the cases would come into me and I'd have to like go through and I'm like, yep. That's a pinkish hue. Passing it off. Yep. Amen. Because it'd be like a red flag, green flag. You know what I mean?
Can you do that again, Karen? I like that analogy with the visual. I love it. I love you.
So yeah, no, but I don't know how it happened, but it was a dream, but it was a for real thing.
Yeah.
Because I had physical effects for like the next 4 days afterwards that were unexplainable. So I know there was something, that I experienced. I saw it, and it was.
And it influenced you, and it stuck with you for a little bit. And that's like where the education and the training comes in with the paranormal field. I think it's important.
And I don't think that you can,
even if it's our homes.
I think the longer that you do this and the more that you engage in those environments and the more that you open up to those things, and Sky, you can really answer this and talk more about this than I can, but in my experience, the more that we do this, the more you open yourself up to that stuff, right? And the more that that happens, until you really learn how to control energies and shield and protect and do the things that you need to do, that vulnerability continues to grow as you open. So it's very easy to not
in a bubble doesn't work. Right. Sage in a
Right.
bubble just doesn't work all the time.
No.
You're empaths. You're constantly interjecting with energy every day, whether it's positive or negative. And that's energetic, flow. You're going to have it. They're just like dark and light. You have positive, you have negative. And that sticks to our field of energy. That's our field of energy. That is our sacred space. So you need to learn to prep, open and close and clear it, and have spiritual hygiene. And there's a lot of different ways and a different, there are religious people, there are spiritual people, you have your Hindu, your Buddhism, you have all these different ways. Some people mix them. You have shamanism. I mix a lot of different things. I'll pray, but for an example, I'll shield myself. But I energetically shield myself by caring for myself first. You have to care for yourself.
Yep.
I'm really, really bad at, and I say this all the time, I'm so bad at protection and, doing all that stuff. I'm not good at it at all.
We're human. We forget.
Taryn, I would say you
life's hard.
Taryn, I'd say you probably naturally shield whether you realize it or not. A lot of people do that. They have the ability to push that out anyway, and they don't realize they're even doing it. I know that was what I, for myself was the case for a very long time. But even despite that, and kind of the point I was trying to make, I guess, was you do the stuff long enough, attachment is something that you're going to deal with in one way, shape, or another. You're going to have that experience, and it's even just letting your guard down one time.
Right.
Can be the time to open that door.
Going back to your intent, Matthew, and then ways of practice, that would be discipline, dedication, of starting this. But a prime example would be, we have the intent, we're going in with a pure heart, love and light, we're putting our bullshit on the shelf. You have to be prepared in such a way that you're not bringing the shit with you from your life in your home every day, because you're here to experience and understand what you're picking up and pulling in when you're pulling that energy in. But also, Taryn, too, then ways and examples of knowing your energy's down or low and to prepare or clean or cleanse yourself would be the headaches, would be the influence, the negative self-talk in your head, people getting on your nerves. There's ways to identify this stuff.
Oh, well, that happens on a daily basis.
Yeah. And especially when you're in healthcare, especially when you're first responders, especially when we're dealing with tragic things, you're absorbing this. You're a physical empath, probably. And there's a lot of different empaths, but that goes again with whatever jobs we hold. That's what type of an empath you probably are. And that would take forever again, like I said, to go through, but there's a reason. And it's just knowing your oneself, and then knowing how you naturally feel, how you felt before the incident, like get to your natural state of being, and you just prep. And when you do that, you should feel calm and serene, because you're being supplied and protected by the universe, by source, whatever you pray to, God, the archangels. I work with all of them. I work with everybody on the other side.
Right now, that's probably, Matt, I think that's true. And I honestly, I'm not trying to sound cocky at all, because it really, because sometimes when I think about it, it sounds like, because I'm not. I am very grateful and, all that.
Come on, Taryn, you're a badass. You know it.
Listen,
that's the natural gift part.
I believe that one of my guardian angels is Saint Michael. Like, he is, I just feel him. And I have a tattoo that goes from the top, like the base of my neck, all the way down, and it's him. I got the emblem on me and everything. So I was always like, and the intent in my tattoo was,
I have goosebumps. He is your protector, and you have that symbolism. So you are always protected. But we do get
for 20 years I thought about that tattoo. And I was like,
is that the knowing?
He's got my back. I got my front. I'm good.
That's the knowing. You're right. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
I love that. Great story, Taryn, to share for your angel.
Oh, yeah.
Your tattoo is a symbol of your power because he helps you with courage and protection,
For
right?
sure.
And
I love
I'd
that.
say on that higher self level, you've been drawing on that all along, and that's kind of what the point I thought I was kind of making was that you're probably shielding very, very well without even trying.
Which is
It's
weird.
natural. It's natural. And yeah, you do that. You don't need a whole lot of help because we naturally know how to prepare from the experiences and what we've learned. And then
Yeah.
we've learned ourselves. It's a
Speaking of
good thing.
tattoos, I think Al needs a tattoo that says "Damn it, Al."
I've got a hat that says "Damn it, Al."
You need a tattoo, I think.
We seriously need to. I want to come down there. What's the temperature down there? Is it warmer than it is here?
It's in
It
the
might be a little bit
30s.
warmer. It was cold today, though. It was shitty.
30s.
Yeah, it was shitty.
The day I left in November, there was frost,
Yeah,
but it gets warmer in the day. It does
like
get warmer in the
29
day,
last
Taryn.
night.
What?
It was 29 last night because me and Michelle went and walked around Founders Park in Johnson City. All these businesses put out Christmas trees and decorate them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Pretty.
No, I live here, and I
yeah,
can
it
do
was
During the
pretty.
day.
I took
What's
a
the
lot of
temperature
pictures.
during the day?
Today was like 44 today, I think, or 40
Oh
today.
my
What was it?
gosh! It's not. You guys aren't south enough.
No,
I
they're
think we
not.
are.
61
Well,
tomorrow.
our elevation's a little high too for Tennessee. We're over 2,000 feet, so
Yeah.
we stay a little chilly.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm not
I
very
bet it gets-
geographically.
I bet it gets way
Boston?
colder up there than it
Do not
does.
have
down
any
here.
wine.
Yeah, I guarantee you guys get colder though more than we do. You stay. I know I've talked to Scott a couple times.
Taryn,
You know what's weird?
it's been like in the 20s and it snowed this morning here.
It was snowing. There was like snow squalls. And the only reason I
We
know
had
that
snow.
word, which I learned last year, I was like, what the hell's a snow squall? Like I never heard of that. So it's like these like little snow things that like float around really fast. I'm
I
looking out
know.
my window. I'm like, oh my God. No.
Why is it not sunny and beach weather? And
Oh.
I said
But
it.
and
I
I'm gonna
said
tell you-
last night, it's not always sunny in Philadelphia, and I don't know why the hell I said that. And it snowed this morning.
I don't care. When I'm in Gettysburg, it could snow all day long. I wouldn't be
Right?
It's
The
weird.
warrior in you
I'm
will,
like-
will fight
I was
it.
like, no, wait, what's the degrees outside? 35? It's Antarctica out there. I'm hibernating, right? But if I was in Gettysburg, I'd be like, let's go walking around. But it's like negative 20. I don't feel it.
And I'll
Yeah,
tell you, the older I get,
Moonshine and white lightning.
yep,
Yeah.
the older I get, man, I am more tempered. I don't like it super, super, super hot, and I don't like it super, super cold. The older I get, the more tempered I get. It's really weird.
Yeah.
With
He's
what?
getting
With just
crotchety
liking
in his old
temperature. I
age.
mean, I like it middle of the road. I don't like it really hot or really cold. I can't stand either extreme anymore. The older I get,
He's getting
Really?
crotchety in his old age.
that's true. That's very true. I'm becoming more of an ass than I've always been.
Wait, I love the hot weather when I can jump in my pool. Like I'll sweat to death and jump in the pool and I'll be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Right? But
Not the cold.
take the cold. I would, if it was never cold, I want my winter to be like 65, 70 warm summer breeze, you know?
Yeah. I'm with
Hey,
you.
when you come to Tennessee, you can experience all 4 seasons in one day, possibly.
That's true. That is true.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your summer? What is your summer? Are it the same as
We get
ours?
hot. It gets hot. We get
Yeah.
hot summers.
90s.
We'll get in the 90s a lot.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the 90s and being in New Jersey.
No.
Yeah. No.
It's like 1,000 times worse. Just saying.
What I miss?
We talk about
Just how much New Jersey sucks.
And how crotchety Matt's getting in his old age.
yeah.
Sorry, guys. I had to dip out. I drank 2 bottles of water already.
They'll go right
Gotta
through you.
hydrate. Gotta
Look at
hydrate.
These people are rubbing it in. 79 here today.
Whoa, Steven. Hi, Steven.
83 degrees.
Kathleen.
How is it 83 during the day and then 46 at night? My body, my brain would be like, what?
See, that's what Al was kind of talking about. We have those 4
They
seasons
pull
one
out.
day days. It's really crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Melissa. Wow, everybody's in here, Matthew. That's in our
I know. I
course.
saw that. That's really cool.
Hey, our peeps
Well,
are
I
in
am
here,
glad.
right?
I'm glad they're all doing.
Yes.
Did you
Hey,
know
nice.
Megan? Did you know
So
Megan was
nice.
here?
There's Meg.
Hey, Meg.
It's gonna rain. That's okay. Arizona, it can rain. We'll allow it.
I want to go to Arizona. I was in
I wish I
Arizona.
could see who was
I
here.
did go to Arizona once.
Well, I'm gonna be traveling there. So
I want to go back to. Have you guys ever been to? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait a
where?
minute.
The ley line, Four
Mm-mm.
Corners.
Tombstone.
Maybe I shouldn't have any more wine.
Birthday.
I said
We
I
got
saw
you.
you.
We
The
got you,
Grand
Taryn.
Canyon. The Grand Canyon.
Back and
Oh.
did it a while ago.
The
Yeah,
Grand
I'm cool.
Canyon, right? How can I
Yes.
forget what the fuck I was going to talk about?
You'll be all
Grand
right.
Canyon.
You're like me.
Awesome.
We are not good with geographics, but we know what we're talking about.
No, but
I'll direct
seriously,
you on the map.
the Grand Canyon. Oh my Lord.
Have you ever been?
I want to go. I have never
amazing.
been.
Oh
It's,
my gosh.
it's awesome.
Niagara Falls. Here, Taryn. We can go to Niagara.
Hey,
So
Get
I
the energy from the falls.
hey,
So I've been
Al,
on the
let
New
me ask you
York
something.
side of it. What'd you say,
What?
Matt?
I was going to say, pictures of the Grand Canyon. Al, agree with me or disagree with me? Pictures does not do it
It
justice.
don't
No
do it
way.
justice. No.
Yep. Grand
I
Canyon's
literally,
incredible.
when I first walked up, when I first laid eyes on
The
all
view.
that, it literally took my breath away. Like
Yeah.
it was just, I was like, this is massive. It's like
Yeah.
almost scary.
You
You're like,
can't fathom it.
No,
yeah.
and what amazed me too, and I'm looking down at that river down there, and it looked like just kind little ripples. The guy from the National Park Service was standing there, and I was asking about the Colorado River, and he said, "You do realize those are 8-foot whitecap waves, right?" And I was
Holy
like,
crap.
"Golly, no, I didn't realize that." But they look like little ripples. It's insane. I mean, you're looking a mile down, literally.
Yeah.
You're standing on the edge, and it's a mile down.
No, I didn't do
It's
that.
incredible.
There was crazy mother bitches that were doing those pictures. I learned that day that I'm afraid of heights. I was like, oh no, I'm not. There's reasons that there are, fences to
Hey,
prevent
that's why,
people.
I think it's something like 8 people a year die at the Grand Canyon. Literally,
These
like
people,
fall
like
in
I
and
was
die.
literally
Oh,
having panic attack. I was like, does anybody have a Xanax? Because I can't. Like I was trying to enjoy everything, but people had strollers near the edge.
Yes.
I'm like the
that
wind
would
could
be
blow a little hard, and the stroller would just like beep, go right over. I'm like, I can't.
Or
Like the worst.
balancing with one foot and taking a selfie.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I was like, my girlfriends were
that's
like,
the mom in us. That's
oh
the
God.
mom in us.
My girlfriend's like, we're going down there to get one of those pictures like this. I'm like, I'll take the picture from way back up here. Like, I'm not doing it.
So
Nope.
who asked about Niagara Falls?
Sky said,
I
I've been on the
told
New York
Taryn we
side.
started Niagara. It's not far from us.
Oh, well, she had a chance to go with us 2 years ago.
Ew.
Oh, really?
Taryn did. You
Oh,
did.
we went to Rolling Hills?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
you guys were
went
going to Hinsdale too.
Wildwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out
That
on
we drove over.
Hinsdale.
We left Wildwood and went over to Niagara that day.
Wildwood, yeah.
Oh, when we were up there, when you guys were up in May. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't by myself, right? So I couldn't,
You couldn't abandon everybody else.
I couldn't abandon people. See, that's the beauty of when you're solo, when you're on a solo mission, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Hey, and if you go to Niagara and people say you can see it just as good from the American side as you can the Canadian side, they're lying.
Nope.
Because you can't.
Well,
Because when you're looking
much
at it
more
from the
impressive on
American
the Canadian
side, you're
side.
looking.
I'm sure. I was on the New York
edge,
side.
down the edge of it. If
And it
you
was
go
gross.
across to the Canadian side, you can see it straight on.
Hey,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Although
Al,
I did do the boat thing.
You did the boat thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
That was awesome. There were we were like boating through
That would be
rainbows.
so cool.
Amazing.
Well, we didn't have the chance to do that because we actually had to leave Rhonda and Nikita on the American side when we went over because Nikita didn't have her passport.
I have my. Listen, I will never go. The New York side was gross.
Yeah.
It was so
So,
gross.
and then we got the full service from the Canadian Border Patrol.
Yeah.
We actually thought we were going to jail, even though there was no reason for us to. But we got selected for the complete search, and they were bringing like the canines out. And so we're
Yeah.
sitting over.
Oh yeah, I
on the
remember you
thing
guys
thinking,
telling me this story.
He
thinking,
was
holy
like,
shit,
"You
we're
guys-"
going to prison, and I don't
Holy
even know
shit.
why.
He was
That's
like, "You
right.
guys step out of the vehicle," and then he looked through the vehicle and he said, "Okay, you guys need to go down there and sit on that bench." And it was like 50
Right next
yards
to the
away.
place where
What
they
was
put you in
it? What
prison.
was it for?
He pulled out all our luggage and sent it through a
They were
scanner
just
and everything.
convinced you guys were smuggling like
I
10
guess.
kilos into.
I mean,
Hey,
you know, let's be
3
honest.
dudes
Al
in a
does look
car,
kind of suspicious.
I don't know. We look
He
suspicious,
does.
I guess.
He does.
I think
I
Al
love
looks
it.
kind of suspicious. So I'm just saying.
That's
Look at this.
awesome.
This is one of my best friends, and look at her. She like literally is trying to bring me to
Oh, Megan.
destination
Karen.
hell. Destination hell. Hellsdale.
You know, we've talked about it, Taryn, privately, and we had a rough experience at Hinsdale.
I know.
It's
There's
still one
not
that
one
sticks with
person.
me.
There is not one person I don't know. Megan herself, although I give her she's like my paranormal, like she literally spent the night by herself at Hinsdale overnight. Just
At
by
Hinsdale.
herself.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do that.
No,
She
absolutely
did.
not. No, I know I can't. No.
I was like, girl, I won't even go there. You're like spending the night by yourself. Like, I was like, I can't, and she didn't want to, but that's how the cards fell. Like all the people that were
Wow.
going, like there were like 2 people that dropped out. One was like, oh, I can't come tonight. I'm coming tomorrow. And she's like, she calls me at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, can you come to Hinsdale? And I'm like, dude, that's like 8 hours from me. Like, I won't get there. So.
Hey,
Yeah.
You'll get there, sweetheart.
Yeah. And she said, I didn't have a choice. She did.
Wow.
She really didn't. And
Yeah.
so I kept telling her, I'm like, stay live the entire time because if some shit goes down, I will be there. I'm not even kidding.
I'm
Right?
telling you, man. And that place is interesting because I've talked to a lot of people that have investigated that place. The experiences are different for people. It's not always the same, but they're usually darker. There's a lot of darker experiences there.
Every person I know has had a bad experience there.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, no. Like I said, even when I was with that group, anything that would come, we had categories. It was a red flag that went to the special response team because it was for sure like something, then there was orange, yellow,
Right. Yeah.
I
Kind
was
of.
Certain codes.
I was a big green grape. That's all I wanted. Give me, but pinkish hue, nope. Hinsdale is like an orangish, reddish color. Yeah, no, I don't want no parts of it.
Yep.
Taryn, I love you.
That previous attachment issue I spoke of was a result
Yeah.
of my time in Hinsdale.
Yeah.
Well, there's another place that I want to go that's as dark as that place, and it's called the Sally House.
Why would you want to go?
Al likes the dark.
I like the dark stuff.
They got to pull him out. They got to like grab him and like drag him out of the freaking basement and shit.
I mean, like if
Ow.
you were like Al, listen, Satan is behind this door. He'd be like,
He's
"Let's
like,
go."
where? I want to see. You don't even.
Let's talk about who Lucifer is. Is it Lucifer from the show? I'm with Al. I'll go.
No,
I'll
I'm
go.
talking
I'll go check Lucifer out.
You watch that too, Taryn? I like Lucifer on Netflix. I watched some of that. It's pretty dirty. I like it.
I'm on your side, Al. I'll go.
I'm thinking
It goes in every direction it shouldn't go. It's a good show. But Al's into that dark shit. He wants to know what's there. So he puts himself in that position to be open to experience something. But then again, we got to watch because Al, I had to cleanse you when we were at the the Nickerson Sneed.
And here's the thing.
Oh, that's another place I want to go.
Yeah,
right after the Euro Shrine, like the day after is when I got sick and in the hospital.
I know you did, honey. I know.
Yep. You're
And then I
trying to
called you the night
wildlife.
before you went to I called you just recently because I knew something was up.
Yeah.
And we
And
had that conversation.
although I didn't really have that many experiences that night, the next day I woke up and was sick.
The Ura Shrine is one of those places that is really between worlds, as crazy as that sounds. The things that are there and the things that are brought through there are anything is welcome there, good or light or dark. And light and dark is both brought through there. And some of the artifacts that they have are some really dark things.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
It's
experiences there
neutral.
were intense.
It's
You know,
it's a neutral.
and
It's
you
a
know what?
neutral for light and dark.
Yeah, but for me, and I'm gonna knock on wood like really hard. I no matter where I go, I don't pick up on negative energy. The
And that's
energy
okay.
and the energy like Pennhurst, Gettysburg, wherever it may be. Like there's a lot of people that I will investigate with where they're just like, oh, I feel all this sadness and all this and that. And, I don't pick up on that stuff. I don't know. I pick up on more the energy or the whatever I'm feeling is more like, this is gonna sound so corny, but like the inside of a person, like how they were, their feelings, and like
You're
not
just
actually
a
what's
high
going
vibration
on around
person,
them.
I think. I think you're just somebody that operates at a higher vibration. So, you're connecting to those higher energies, and
Yes, that's
that's who you
okay,
are.
Taryn.
Yeah, it's who
That's
you
a
are.
good thing because that's your natural shield that Matthew was talking about. You are you come in with a higher vibration, as Matthew said. So when you're connecting on a deeper soul level, you're getting within that soul of whatever and whoever you're connecting with, and you said it. You're feeling it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your intuitive, your source connection. Like
I
that's
don't
cool.
give myself any credit on that side of it. Like,
No, you don't.
I'm always like, yeah, I'm just an investigator. Like I look for under every nook and cranny. I try to see floorboards come up. Like I'm like this investigator where I'm like trying to,
Of course you are.
but
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, and never lose that because that's important. I mean, that's who you got to be. I mean,
That's you being
that's the
you,
truth.
Taryn.
Yeah.
I love when you guys go live. When you guys go live and do your thing.
Matthew's very good with doing that.
Yeah.
You see how many times I see him on my lives. I'm like, come on, Matthew, you're going live on mine.
Actually, we did that, didn't we? When we were in Jonesboro, you're like, "Here, she hands me the phone and it's live." I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm talking."
He's on the fly. I love it. He's like me. I'll just get on. I'm random. I never plan shit. Some stuff, but there. And then we had the lawn maintenance guy. He started giggling because he saw us going live, and we're giggling back and forth. We could have got mad, but we were laughing about it, and I thought that was funny.
Nothing we can
And
do about it.
And then he went away from us.
We just ran with it, right?
Yeah.
We just ran with it.
Yeah, so I'm planning on Gettysburg in a couple of weeks. My annual New Year's Eve Gettysburg trip. I'm so hoping
we're all meeting up for that. Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah,
going.
please. You have no idea how fun it is there. New Year's Eve. It's so fun.
Awesome.
I love Gettysburg for New Year's Eve. So I've been doing it for like the last 10 years. I go every year.
I've never done Gettysburg on the paranormal side. I've only gotten to visit it once, and it was totally family vacation kind of thing. So it was all history. Of course, I did sneak off a little bit and run a recorder for a little while, but that was about the extent of it because the family they're not down with that except my daughter. So it was kind of like, oh well.
One day, like if you're ever like really, really, really bored and have absolutely nothing else to get done in your life, which probably won't happen. So this is what I'm saying. When that does happen, if it does, so like 2 years ago, I went out to Gettysburg because I'll go for a week by myself. I don't care. And I have done it. So 2 years ago or last year, I went for a week by myself and I called it my paranormal journey. So like I literally went live everywhere that I've ever had a paranormal experience. And I was going live. I was in EVPs and I was like dude, I was walking and I was coming across I walked upon the part of the college was on fire. I was driving in my car and just driving around town. I missed so much. So like from now on, I just want to walk around Gettysburg because I didn't realize how much I was missing driving in my car to get to places. Like,
Right.
and like I did it live on Facebook. So like everybody, there were so many people that are watching, and I was educating people too. People were like, oh, I've never been there. I got to go there. I want to go there now. It's so cool, you know. But yeah, you
How
should
far
check
is it from you, Taryn? How far is Gettysburg from you?
2.5 hours.
Okay, I'm about an hour and a half.
It's
It's a
so
little
far.
further than that
If
for Al
that.
and I.
Yeah, we're about 7, I'd say.
I couldn't take it. I would like die probably. I would die.
Road trip.
Oh,
Road trip.
like I already feel so far away. So I'm like, it's, and you know what's crazy is like every time I talk to somebody and they say they're from some state, I'm always like, my first thought is, I wonder how far away from Gettysburg that is. It's always my first thought.
Have you ever thought about doing a past life regression, Taryn, just to see what your connection is with Gettysburg?
She
No,
just needs to show up with me and I can just talk her through it when she gets there.
You should seriously consider one. I'm serious. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
where you stand on that, but it's definitely interesting. And the researcher side of you would be fascinated to experience that.
yeah, probably. I mean,
You
I
definitely
probably,
have a solid
Got a
connection.
life connection with it.
there's something because I didn't even, the first time I went, I didn't even want to go. I was
Yeah.
like, what's in Gettysburg? I grudgingly went to this place. Like I had no idea where I was going. Didn't
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean,
go.
there's a connection there for sure for you. I mean, it's like a big time connection. So that'd be interesting to explore that and see why.
Yeah, for sure. You guys need to come up when
Oh, yeah.
we have to plan a Gettysburg trip. I would love. That's something I love doing too. When people, it's the first time they've gone, they're going. I love just taking people around the town because I know that town better than the town I grew up in. So like
That's
I
awesome.
go off the beaten paths and we just go all over the place. I love it. So when you guys come up
For sure. So, what's your favorite place there? What's your favorite spot in Gettysburg? I mean, I know you love the whole place, but there's got to be one spot that's like
for paranormal,
just in general.
Guys, I got to
just
dip
like
off in like 15 to
you
teach.
connect with.
okay.
I didn't even realize what time it was.
Yeah.
Um,
I've got to get busy too. I'm got to get Christmas presents together. I'm building cornhole boards, so
I got like
cool.
5 minutes.
Taryn, you would like these. They're I'm doing the thin blue line with they're black and white with the
Oh,
thin
that's
blue.
awesome. You have to take pictures and share them on Facebook.
I will. I'll
Please.
take the pictures.
That's
Yum.
awesome.
But
All right.
I just wanted to jump on and say hi and listen to you guys. And
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Al. I'm glad you're doing better.
Well,
I was
thank
sending you
you.
healing.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
We have to
Even
plan
you,
it.
Matt. So
Yeah.
all right, bye.
That's cute.
I already cut you guys off. You can finish what you're talking about. I just wanted to give you a time warning because I got to get
Oh,
off and
yeah,
send
no,
a
I
Zoom
had
link.
no idea. We were just talking. The conversation was great. I didn't even realize what time it was.
Me either. Time flies when you're having fun with your friends.
No, right?
I literally didn't know.
It's so
Holy
crazy.
shit. I love
So,
it.
real quick to answer, Little Round Top Sunset. That's it, hands down.
I was going to
Little
say, 'cause when I
Round
went
Top
there, I really
Sunset.
love Little Round Top area. I thought that was just beautiful. So I was curious. Yeah.
Yeah. That's and that's not paranormal. It's literally it cleanses my soul for
Wow.
sure.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
awesome. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I've fallen asleep on those rocks. Like I sit on those rocks and I just between the rocks and the sunset and the whole.
It's
That's
got
it.
an awesome energy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a spot that I really liked when I was there.
Really quick plug SRS and plug. Just tell everybody and what events you guys got coming up. Everything.
I'll be real
Oh.
quick. We, of course, like everybody else, 2020 has been an absolute shit show, but we are still planning on having the Hexpo. Sky is going to be a guest at the Hexpo with us.
Oh, good.
Hopefully, if Asheville lifts all the restrictions and we can have it, that's the big thing.
When's the date?
We've got some big stuff coming up. We've got some collaborative stuff working with Sky coming up in 2021. Can't really talk about it yet. Going to get with you, Taryn, whether we come up there or you come down here. Even if I got to drive up there and kidnap you, I'm getting you down here with us.
I'll
Yeah,
bring her down. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
snatch her, and we're gonna I'm gonna bring her down.
Sky's
Yeah,
going to
I
kidnap
do.
you and bring you down.
She's
But yes,
coming.
we need to do that. But no,
All right.
thank you for having me jump on tonight. It was impromptu. I really appreciate it. Love both
Yes.
of y'all. Thank you very much for letting me jump on with
Love
you
you.
guys. And we'll
Absolutely.
talk soon, guys. So I'm going to
Thank
jump off here
you.
and let you guys wrap your show. See you guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. See ya.
So you guys can catch me at www.mediumskyraye.com on my website. All the events, everything's posted there that's coming up and going on. My book, my pre-sale for my launch of my book will be coming out within days. And it will be launched, I think, the first or second week of January, because I got kicked back a little bit because life happens. So that's coming, and I will announce everything as it falls into place. It's just been crazy out traveling, collaborating, helping people, donating, helping emergency cases.
Being gorgeous.
Oh, you're gorgeous. I love you. Yeah, you can find me on my Facebook business page, Medium Sky Raye, or Instagram. I think it's medium_Sky Raye. But I'm everywhere. I'm all over the platforms. And if you guys are interested in my class or any courses that are coming up, just keep an eye out on my personal Facebook page and my business page, because I always post the happenings. I try to stay as visible as I can and let you know what's going on so you don't miss stuff.
Awesome.
I thank you for having me on, my soul
Oh my
sister.
God. Thank
My
you.
girl Crush, I love you.
Yes, I love you
And I'm
too.
going to be snatching you up from New Jersey and
Yes,
bringing you
please.
my way. And we're
Please.
going to travel down the East Coast.
Yeah, please. Please kidnap me. I got my phone, so they can't ping that shit.
Yeah.
It'll stay in Jersey.
No location. We're incognito.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna be rocking it out.
You're a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful person. I love you so much.
So are you. I love you.
To give you a hug. And I
love
will talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll be talking to you.
Yes, love.
And thank you everybody for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, and all of my love and supporters, my gurus out there. I love you guys. You know who you are.
Share for me, please. Share the video.
Share after we're done. I know the algorithm doesn't like it while we're on. So if you guys share, we will love you for life, and we will support you as long as you support us. And we're here to help each other. This is what we're here to do. Love, learn, and grow. Bam.
Bam. Love you.
Love you.
All right, everybody. We are gonna say sayonara. I didn't even realize how long we went on, but talking with those lovely people, they are amazing. So next week I have April, the housewife of New Jersey, medium housewife of New Jersey coming on. So that's something awesome to look forward to. So join me again. But thank you, everybody. Please share the page. Please share. Go to Sky's page, SRS Paranormal's page, and that's it. Thank you. Good night.